What's up, VC? Kieran here, NeedleGroove, back for another video. Last of my Boxing Day finds. It's my fourth video of Boxing Day finds. I got a ton of them. Just a few left. The lesser exciting ones, the less exciting ones that I have. It's a small stack, and then a couple that I got as gifts, and a couple recent spins as well. So, as you could tell from my last few videos of Boxing Day finds, mostly jazz. So continue in that vein here with some more common records, but still some good pickups that can be had for under 10 bucks, maybe even under 5 bucks. So, which is what I got them for most of these, I think. So definitely recommend them if you see them, but nothing rare. So I picked up Elvin Jones, Mr. Jones. And there were 3 Elvin Jones records I had in my hand that day. This one, Genesis, which was more expensive, and Merry-Go-Round, I think it's called, something along those lines. I decided to just pick up one of the 3 because I had to limit myself because I had a huge stack of records. But I chose this one, and it's dope. I've only listened to it once or twice, but I can't really say much about it other than I remember really liking it. The musicians on the 3 records that I have in my hand I think are similar, but you have the likes of course, Elvin Jones on drums, Steve Grossman on tenor saxophone, David Liebman as well, Pepper Adams, Thad Jones, Jan Hammer, and a few others that I don't know, but definitely dope record from the early 70s on Blue Note. All 3 of those were on Blue Note, those Elvin Jones records. This is one I almost picked up last year on Boxing Day, and I didn't, but I picked it up this year. Another common record that is really dope. I know, James, you showed this in the past. You were playing it in one of your videos, and that kind of made me want to get it more. I already knew I wanted it, but your recommendation definitely sold me on it even more. And shout out to James Buttery on his last video that he just put up yesterday. Top-notch video. I feel like almost that he made that video for me with the finds that he had were just like exactly the style of music that I'm into. Some records I didn't know, but a lot of them that are big wants for me, like that Apparel record on Strata East. Anyway, James, great video. So if you don't follow James Buttery, I know most of you do, but if you don't, check out his channel. So Ghetto Barbieri, Chapter 2, Nasta Siempre. This is on Impulse from the early mid-70s, and this is really dope record that can be had for not expensive, so I definitely recommend you pick that one up. This one, I think Champ Sound, you'd shown this way back in the day, is Leon Thomas, The Sunrise on, sorry I haven't taken the plastic off of these, so there'll be a bit of reflection, but I'm running out of light here, so I didn't want to mess around. But Gold Sunrise on Magic Mountain, this is recorded live at Montreux Jazz Festival. And you have the likes of Sonny Morgan on here, Oliver Nelson, Cornell Dupree. So this, actually I don't even know if I've listened to this yet, but will be, I think, oh yeah, I listened to it once. It was bluesier than I was expecting on some of the tracks, but this is on Flying Dutchman. Another easy one to find that if you find for cheap in good condition, definitely worth checking out. Another mainstream record, I've bought a bunch recently. This one's not as exciting as some of the other ones I've found, but still dope. Curtis Fuller, Smoking. You have the likes of Earl Dunbar, Cedar Walton, Billy Higgins, Bill Hardman, and the main reason why I bought it, Jimmy Heath, because I've been buying everything I see with Jimmy Heath pretty much. Jimmy Heath, Woody Shaw, Stanley Cowell. Been up on those guys hard recently. So another mainstream kind of 300 series, and most of them have that. A lot of them have that look to them, which I kind of have come to like and look out for. McCoy Tyner, same as Elvin Jones. There was, I think I had 4 of these. There was 4 McCoy Tyners that I wanted. The most expensive being Asante, which I didn't buy on Blue Note because it was just a bit more than I wanted to spend on it, even with the discount. But so I picked up a couple milestone releases from the time, which are McCoy Tyner. I've spoken about this before, but his 70s milestone releases are really solid. You see them all the time, so you may not pick them up, but there's some really, really solid records that I've shown in the past. So I picked up Inner Voices here with Earl Klugh, I'm not sure how you say that, Ron Carter, Jack DeJohnette, and Eric Gravatt. You also has John Faddis, who I believe is Madlib's uncle, Alex Foster, and Charles Stevens on here. And then You have this, which is this one the solo piano or is it a trio? I think this one's the solo piano one, Echoes of a Friend. So referring to John Coltrane. And they do Naima, Promise, My Favorite Things, The Discovery, and Folk. So the on side 2, it's 2 McCoy Tyner compositions. But I kind of like the cover on this one. Definitely spiritual looking here at the bottom, but that one was just a few bucks. And a couple gifts. I got for Christmas, my brother-in-law got me this, which is a 75-year Blue Note reissue of Hank Mobley. It's No Room for Squares. Dope jazz record from the time. One I'm happy to have to listen to because I definitely will likely never own an original of this. And you have two different sets here with different lineups. You have Lee Morgan, who's one of my favorites, Andrew Hill, Philly Joe Jones, and John Orr on one side, and then the other side you have Donald Byrd, Hank Mobley, Herbie Hancock, Butch Warren, and Philly Joe Jones. So some beautiful classic 60s Blue Note jazz here. And the other part of my gift was this. Is Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. This is the most recent reissue of this. Great record. I was over at his place listening to some Zeppelin, saying I didn't have any Zeppelin records. I know their music, but I don't have them on vinyl. And this is one that I didn't really know. I know some songs on here. Great record. And it's funny, he actually he gave it to me with a joint taped to the cover, recommending that I enjoy them together. Great record. Led Zeppelin, not much to be said about that. You guys don't know. And that I kind of listened to a few other rock records. This is one I showed not too long ago, and it's what's playing right now. And it was from that batch of records that I inherited. But there's some dope stuff on here, and this is McCartney. So Paul McCartney, and the album is self-titled, I believe, just McCartney. But I was listening to this, and there's some dope. There's really good. There's some songs I really like, and then there's some that I'm not feeling so much on here. Some good drums, like here. Copy's not in the best shape. I don't know if you can hear it scratchy, but hey, for free. Great to discover new music. So really digging some of the tracks on this record that I had never heard before. And I showed this one from the same batch, Blues Image Open. I picked that up. I was given that from the same person, and I hadn't played it until just a couple days ago. And some good blues rock on here, and a bit of a Latin vibe as well on this. I'm assuming these guys are from Latin descent, but I don't know anything about them. Anyway, this was dope on Atco, on the Atco label. So I think that's it for the Boxing Day finds. I don't know if there's any that I forgot to show that got lost somewhere in my collection. Tried to keep them organized. I'm already, even though I said I wasn't going to buy more records after Boxing Day, I already have another stack of new finds to show. Some really exciting ones, actually. Not really exciting. One really exciting I really like, but some great music. So I'll give it some time, absorb those, and I'll come back with another video soon. But I just want to get this last one up. So hope everyone's well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I know most of you who are watching this probably have, but if you haven't, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well, under NeedleGroove apparel. I post a lot of records there. I love interacting on Instagram because super easy way to share records and to comment and to discuss records. I find it's a really quick way to do it. I know the Facebook groups are great for that because it's kind of like, you know, a community. But I just find I don't post photos on Facebook in the groups. I see them and I comment and stuff. I'm there. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, hope everyone's well. Enjoying the weekend. So I'll be back soon. Like I said, take care. Peace.